Audience is overly joyed and thrilled to see the response and interest for Bhagavata Purana. I did not expect this. As you all know, Swamiji obtained a PhD in experimental nuclear physics and worked in radiation oncology as one of the few PhD level American Board of Radiology certified medical physicists. He received Sri Vaishnava Samskara at the holy feet of HH, the 44th Jeer Sri Mukur Alaya Shingar of Sri Agobli Mutt. In 2013, he quit earning for a livelihood and dedicated himself full-time to serve and spread Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. With the blessings of HH 45th and the 46th Jeer Swamijis, he accepted Sannyasa Ashram on November 24, 2014 and became SriKrishnaDesika Jeer Swami. After returning to US, at the request of Board of Trustees, Swamiji graciously agreed to stay at Sri Ranganatha Temple, New York. Since then, Swamiji is guiding the Board of Trustees and priests in performing religious rituals and blessed thousands of devotees. He has traveled many places in US, Canada, Mexico, and many of the temples, raising the awareness of Sri Ramanuja's Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. We are all so blessed for the opportunity to meet and learn directly from HH. With no further delays, I would like to offer my namaskaras and request Swamiji to take the stage. Few logistics before we get into that. I'm not able to mute somehow because it's saying I'm not the host, but I request all of you to stay on mute. The protocol we will follow is I will read the questions and Swamiji will give the answers for that. And if time permits, we will open up for the interactive session. Swamiji?
Narayana. Yasya bhavat bhakta janartihantuhu pitrutvamanyeshva vicharyaturnam stambhe avatarastumananya labhyam lakshmi nrisimham sharanam prapajye Sriman Venkatanadharya Kavitarkika Kesari Vedantacharya Varyo me Sannidhattam Sadahride Lakshmi Nasa Samarambham Nathayamana Machamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sri Ranganatha Chatagopa Yatindra Drashtum Lakshmi Nrisimha Sharyat Karuneka Patram Sri Rangavira Raghurat Chatagopa Vedanta Deshika Yatindra Maham Prabhajye Srimate Srivanshara Gopa Sri Vedanta Desika Yatindra Maha Desika Namaha Om Asmat Guru Bhyo Namaha Om Asmat Parama Guru Bhyo Namaha Om Asmat Sarva Guru Bhyo Namaha Srimate Nigamanta Maha Desika Namaha Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha.
Tomorrow Zoom meeting.
Narayana. Go ahead, Ma. Thanks, Mala, for arranging lots of questions, lots of paper. Good.
Sriman Narayana Swamiji. So in
my language, they say Arambha Shuratvam. In the beginning, yes, everybody will have a lot of excitement. I hope all people will remain till we complete Srimad Bhagavatam. Well, somebody said 7 sessions. Good. 1.5 hours each session. Good. It is almost like trying to enjoy the unimaginable nectar of Bhagavatam in as little time as possible. Well, let's see how the interest goes. All right, Mala, go ahead, start with your questions.
Sriman Narayana Swamiji. So the first question is, why should I listen to Bhagavatam?
Very simple. In the Padma Purana, Gita Mahatmyam, it says very clearly, if somebody has to overcome their inherent ignorance called tamoguna, ajnana, listening to Srimad Bhagavatam is the guaranteed medication. That's why we should listen to Bhagavatam. By the way, there are 76 questions and we only have 90 minutes. So each question I may have to answer only as brief as possible to accommodate as many questions as possible. Some questions, of course, require an elaborate answer. Go ahead, my next one.
Why do I have suffering in life?
Because of our Purva Karma. Purva Karma Krutam Papam Vyadhi Rupena Badhitaha. Bhagavan is not saying that he likes somebody. Bhagavan doesn't say that he hates somebody. We did the karmas we are going through the karma phalam. Simple third law of physics. For every action, there is always an equal and opposite reaction. Science, action, reaction. Philosophically, karma, karma phalam. We did the karmas, we are going through the karma phalam. Our suffering because of our past karmas. Got it?
Thank you, Swamiji. I would request if anyone has questions while Swamiji is answering, please post it in the chat so I can pick it up. So the next question is, what is the purpose of my life?
The purpose of not only your life, my life, Mala's life, everyone's life, everyone who has taken birth as a human being, is to attain salvation. Moksha prapti. If not, if we are experts in doing only 4 things, Aharam, Nidra, Bhayam, Maidhunam. Eating so much, 3-4 times a day, sleeping 8-10-12 hours a day, producing some children, and defending ourselves, our property, our kith and kin. Dvipada Pashuhu. Other animals are having 4 feet, we are having 2 feet. That's the only difference. The goal of my life, your life, everyone's life is how to attain that salvation. Salvation means liberation. Liberation means getting the freedom, getting out of the vicious and the endless cycle of repeated birth, death, birth, death, birth, death. When I was young, when I was in the college, fail the exam in March, take it in September. Fail in September, take it in March. Good. Keep on taking the train. March, September, March, September, March, September, March, September. When are you going to pass the exam? Same thing. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Again birth, again death. Again birth, again death. So, getting out of the cycle of birth and death and attaining Sri Vaikuntham is the goal of human life. Go ahead, ma'am.
What is Bhagavatam?
What is it, ma'am? What is the question?
What is Bhagavatam?
Oh, Sapta Aham means 7 days. Bhagavatam. Bhagavan. Be very clear. We are Hindus. By the way, Hindu word is not there anywhere in the Vedas or the Upanishads. It is a misnomer. Literally speaking, we follow either the Vedic Dharma or the Sanatana Dharma. Good. First and the foremost postulate of Vedic Dharma, Sanatana Dharma, Vedas are Apaurusheyas. Number 2, Devi Devatas are equally Jivatmas like you and me. There is only one person who can be called as Paramatma, Sriman Narayana, because they are Divya Dampatis, equally Sri Maharishmi. So, Bhagavan means one who can give you salvation. Devi Devatas means Jivatmas like you and me. Because of their Punya Karma, they are born as Devi Devatas. They can give you money, health, children, power, but not moksham. So, Bhagavan is Sriman Narayana, or his incarnations, Purnavataras, Rama, Krishna, etc. Bhagavatas, the people who are truly surrendered to Lord Sriman Narayana, to Bhagavan. So Bhagavatam, the life history, the achievements, the greatness of the devotees of Bhagavan. Why Bhagavatam is superior? Compared to Bhagavan, Bhagavatas are superior. Compared to Bhagavatas, Acharyas are superior. That's why they say Bhagavat, Bhagavata, Acharya, Kainkaryam are the most important ones. So Bhagavatam, because it is the story of the devotees who surrendered to Sriman Narayana. Got it?
Thank you.
Hello. You have to be fast enough.
Yeah, next one is, why do we have sorrows?
Why do we have sorrows? Same thing, karma, karma phalam. You plant a mango seed, you will get a mango tree, you will get mangoes. You plant a bitter gourd seed, you will get only a bitter gourd plant and you will get only karela, pavakai, kakarakai. That's all. Planting a karela seed, don't expect a mango tree to come out of it. Okay, if you don't understand karela, okra, planting an okra seed, don't expect a mango plant out of it. You planted okra seed, you will get only okras. You plant a mango seed, definitely you will get mangoes. So sorrows, reactions of karma phalam. Go ahead, Ma.
Next one is, how can I reach him by listening about him?
Prahlada in the Bhagavatam says, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnoha, Smaranam, Padasevanam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam. These are the 9 ways to attain Bhagavan. Everything starts with Shravanam. By listening itself, do I get moksham? Yes, provided you have the same attention as much as Parikshan Maharaja. Parikshan Maharaja got moksham just by listening to Srimad Bhagavatam. By listening to that, mentally he did complete Sharanagati by Atma Nishta. In Sharanagati, they are called Swanishta, Acharya Nishta, Vukti Nishta. Swanishta, Acharya Nishta, Vukti Nishta. So based on that, by Shravanam, yes, you can get. Provided you make up your mind and you did Sarvasanga Parichagam and you did Atmanishta, Sharanagati through Atmanishta, yes. If not, that listening should lead you to an Acharya, and that Acharya should do the mantra Upadesham through Sharanagati, then you are guaranteed to get moksha. Go ahead.
Next one is, I think there's a question on the answer that you had given. How do we know the karma transfers to the next birth?
Karma transfers to the next birth. Very simple, sir. Very simple. Now you have computers. All accounts in the banks are computerized. In the good olden days, there were no computers. Even some 30, 40 years back in the banks. If you are there, anywhere between 40s, 50 years of age, you will know. When you go to the bank and make a deposit or make a withdrawal, they used to have a big bound box called the ledgers. They will enter how much you deposited, how much you have withdrawn. Suppose after 44 entries, the page is turned. Will your balance become zero? You went to the bank the next day, sir, I want to withdraw 10,000 rupees. Sorry, sir, I turned the page, your balance is zero. What do you say? What nonsense are you talking? You just turned the page. That doesn't mean my balance is zero. Bring forward. They used to write on top of it, brought forward. Brought forward from the previous page. Exactly, just as your bank balance is there, brought forward when the page is turned from one page to the next page, same way, when you leave this body, your karma and karma phalam will follow your atma until you have exhausted all the karma phalam. Punya karma phalam in the form of happiness, papa karma phalam in the form of diseases or sorrows, or narakayatana in Yamaloka, etc., etc. Therefore, how do you know it follows? Very simple. Your bank balance is not zero just because you turned a page. Okay, forget about turning a page. Nowadays, we have computers. If you say in the case of computers, okay, you turned on your computer. When you went there, your bank agent turned on the computer and brought up your file. Good, your folder. Today you have withdrawn $10,000. All right, you went home. He closed the account. So just closing your account. Closing your account means for the day. Closing the file. Will closing the file makes your balance zero? No. Again, when you open it up, your balance shows up. Same thing. You are closing a file here after leaving the body. But again, when you open up again with another body, your karma follows. As simple as that.
The next one is, how does one continue believing in faith when everything around is defeating and shows no hope? How do we keep the inner light of hope burning?
How can you say there is no hope? There is hope. Look at everything. For the past 1 year, the whole world is there shut down, locked down. Well, everybody is living with hope. Some vaccine will be found, some vaccine will be found. Well, they found the vaccine and people are now anxiously waiting for the vaccine. Everything depends on hope. Now, in the case of religious matters, why there is hope? Of course, yes. You follow all the rules and regulations. In the good olden days, they used to say, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's. When you write it, for I, you should put a dot. For T, you should cross that one. That you write a L and cross it. It becomes T. Same thing. Make sure to put it in your computer language as long as there are no syntax errors. As long as there are no syntax errors, you should be careful. Whether you should put a dot there, a comma there, a semicolon there, or a colon there, everything counts. Whether you should use an uppercase letter there, lowercase letter there, everything is there so well written in the Vedas and the Upanishads. You follow the recipe, you will get a beautiful dish that you will enjoy. You make mistakes or you take shortcuts, no way you will arrive at the result. Okay, ma?
How can I get rid of sorrows in this life?
Very good. Do Sharanagati. Lord Krishna says, Yogam Kshemam Vahamyaham. The mother knows much better what is good for the child. The mother knows whether the baby is crying because the baby is hungry. Should the mother feed her now? Or the baby may have some problem, or the diaper is wet. The mother knows everything. The mother knows what is the best thing to do. Leave the burden of your protection at the feet of Lord Krishna, the Supreme Lord, Sriman Narayana. He will protect you. So you want to get rid of your sorrows? Please follow the recipe. Yes, you have a problem, go to the doctor. But after going to the doctor, you cannot say, hello doctor, don't give this kind of prescription. You write me this kind of prescription. Don't do self-prescription, please. Follow the instructions of the doctor, take the medication exactly as prescribed. It will work on you. You will get rid of your sorrows by attaining salvation. Go ahead.
Who wrote Bhagavatam?
Thank you. Simple question, Vedavyasa.
Where do we get Bhagavatam recordings?
Anywhere you heard, there is internet, there are hundreds and thousands of speakers who have done volumes and volumes and volumes. Pick anything, nobody has changed Bhagavatam. Nobody has changed Valmiki Ramayana. Pick anything, listen any way you like. Most important, how much you are practicing. How much you have put into practice. Thoughts without actions are like pins without points. We are just talking but not practicing. That's our problem. Go ahead.
Next one is, will we get verse by verse translation of Bhagavatam?
Definitely, provided you give me at least a year time, 365 days, and every day, not 1.5 hours, at least 3 hours every day, word by word. Yes, we can get. I'm sure you will come away, right? Number one, you don't have the patience. Yes, I have the patience. Every day, 3 hours, at least for 1 year. That's why they used to do Satrayagam, etc. for years and years. Not for 1 year, years and years, until everybody there has understood.
Swamiji, one question
in the 7 sessions of 1.5 hours, when you require 3 hours per day, 365 days, 365 times 3, 3 3 is 9, 3 6 18, 3 5 is 15, 1095 hours. You require at least a basic minimum of 1090 hours. Now 7 times 1.5 hours, 10.5 hours. So what is 10.5 hours in 1095 hours, sir? Not even 1%, correct? Therefore, you get only 1% of Bhagavatam, the essence of it, in a very brief way, in a nutshell, in 7 days, in 7 sessions of 1.5 hours. Got it, Amma?
Swamiji, I have a question.
I don't know. Ask the host whether she will take your question. I am just here, a puppet. She is the one controlling the show.
Manoj, I think you asked the question. I was thinking we will hold on the question, and you post the question here, I can ask, so that we don't have everyone talking. So if that is okay.
Yeah.
Sure, thank you. So Swamiji, one question I got from your previous elaboration is, can you please elaborate on yogam and kshemam while we are on this topic?
Very good. Yogam, kshemam. Yogam, giving you what you don't have. You don't have a house, gruha yogam. Krishna will give you a house. Kshemam, you already have a house. He will protect. He will make sure your house will not catch fire. Santana yogam, you don't have children. Krishna can bless you with children. You already have children. Kshemam, Krishna will make sure they are all happy. In the spiritual sense, we don't have moksha prapti. Sri Vaikuntha Prapti Yogam. Good, Krishna will give you moksham. Then Kshemam, once you go there, he will never allow you to come back to this dirty world called Dukkhalayam Ashashvatam. You come back, again we have to go through the same sorrow. Ashashvatam, very temporary. So Dukkhalayam, again we take birth, again we have to go through. Somebody will lose their father, somebody will lose their mother, somebody will lose their wife, husband, children. Same problems will continue. Again, old age, again, cancer, heart attacks. Okay, coronavirus, something or other. Same thing you have to go through. But once you reach Vaikuntham, yad gatva nanivartante tadhama paramam mama. Going where you will never come back. That is Sri Vaikuntha Prapti. Therefore, yogam, giving you what you don't have. Kshemam, protecting what you already have. Both are done when Ananyas Chintayanto Mam Yejanaha Paryupasate. Tesham Nityabhayuktanam Yogakshemam Vahamyaham. Krishna will give you, will take care of your yogam and kshemam, giving you what you don't have and protecting what you already have. Simple. Vahana yogam, you don't have a car. Krishna can provide you with a car. Kshemam, you already have a car. Krishna will protect you. You will not end up in a bad accident with 6 months with 4 fractured bones in the hospital. That is kshemam. Got it? Next question.
Next question is, how do you fight distractions? They say one has to have no desire, but how can you loving in this era? For managing a normal life, we need to have some ambitions. Is that bad?
Anything that
You come to a decision.
now you have the problem, Mala, how to silence those.
Can I please ask all the friends to go on mute, please? Thank you.
Now coming back to how do you get rid of these things? Desires. Remember, desires. I know some of you who are there listening, maybe there, might have done PhD in economics. There in economics, there is what is called law of increasing desires. If one desire is fulfilled, it will breed 10 desires. Simple, you are hungry. First thing you will say, can I have some food? You give nice food to the stomach. Immediately it will say, can I have some rest also? You give it a nice bed. Then it will say, can I have a partner also? You have a partner. You'll go to the next step. Can I have some children also? You have children. Can I make some money also? You have money. Can I do something else also? Therefore, one desire breeds another desire. Then in the world, how do you live without desires? Very simple. Krishna knows. Krishna knows it is natural for all of us to have desires. Just to make sure only one thing. Dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshapha. Make sure your desire is not against dharma. If your desire is not against dharma, yes, you can enjoy. Okay, you cannot control your senses. You want to have happiness. Good, get married. Get married within the purview of the grihastha. Enjoy all your sense gratification, but not outside the marriage or without marriage. Same thing, you are hungry, you have to eat. Make sure you enjoy anything and everything that you can offer to Krishna, Krishna Arpanam. You eat anything without offering to Krishna, you eat only sin. Sin leads to more karma and again suffering, again diseases. Same thing, you want to relax. Good. Go to the beach, sit there, enjoy the fresh air. Don't say, I want to go to a club, I want to go to a big show, half-naked show. Dharma viruddho bhuteshu. If your desire is not against dharma, enjoy. Ask the same question. You are hungry. Good. Can I eat something that I can say Krishna Arpanam? You are thirsty. Can I take something which I can say Krishna Arpanam? Sure, you can have milk, you can have water, you can have buttermilk, you can have juice, but you cannot have alcohol because you cannot say Krishna Arpanam. You cannot have non-veg because you cannot say Krishna Arpanam. Why, for that matter, non-veg? You cannot even say for anything that is there with onion and garlic Krishna Arpanam. Then why are people eating? inviting more karma. We are doing the karma, so we have to go through the consequences. So you can have desires, provided they are not against dharma. Dharma aviruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshava. Lord Krishna specifically says, if your desire is not against dharma, you are entitled to fulfill them. Got it, Amma?
Thank you, Swamiji. Manojji, I didn't get your question yet. I'm still waiting for that. Meanwhile, I'll go on to the next one. How to balance your day-to-day life performing your duties but still remain focused on Krishna?
Very simple. Most of you drive. When you are there on the first few days of your drive, you are there so tight, so tight. You are holding on to the steering like this, so tight, looking only at the road, nothing else. Now you are experienced. You are 10 years there. When you are there with an experienced driver with 10-year record. Good. Now you are driving. No problem. Left hand is holding, right hand, cell phone, texting, messages, replying. So many things you are doing. Correct? But you are still driving. Once you practice a spiritual life in a proper way, you are driving. Your mind is thinking so many things. Your hands are doing so many things. Your eyes are looking at so many things. But still the car keeps going without accidents. Same way, you become an expert in spiritual life. You can balance your day-to-day life of material life as well as spiritual life in a wonderful way. But in the beginning, it looks very difficult as much as you are so tense. Even going at 40 miles per hour, you feel as though you are going at jet speed. Just 40 miles per hour, you feel, my God, it's going too fast for me. But now, after 10 years, you are going at 80 miles per hour. You don't even feel anything. Same thing, practice spiritual life in a proper way. Go ahead.
Thank you, Swamiji. I have Gomati Ramesh saying a thank you to you. Thanks for explaining beautifully so we can all understand. Just wanted to share that. Manoj is saying, I'm confused. Sukadev Goswami narrated Bhagavatam to Parikshita Maharaj and Vyasa Deva was also listening and he wrote it. But it is said that Vyasa Deva told Bhagavatam to Shukadeva and same was narrated by him to Parikshit. How question answers from Parikshit even existed when Vyasa Deva told to Sukadeva?
First thing, Shuka is the son of Vyasa. Shuka is the son of Vyasa. Between Shuka and Vyasa, Shuka is much superior in his spiritual sadhana compared to Veda Vyasa. The next thing, when Parikshit Maharaja was there, almost giving up everything, ready to die, the 7th day, with a snake, Takshaka coming and biting him, he invited all the Mahatmas. Every one of them came, including Veda Vyasa. So whatever Veda Vyasa taught Shuka Maharshi, Veda Vyasa may be there in the audience, but all of them, they picked Shuka Maharshi to sit in the Vyasa Sthanam, to sit in the position of a teacher.
Hey friends, please can I request all of you to be on mute so that we don't get these echoes? Thank you.
So Shuka Maharshi was there, chosen by the audience to narrate the Bhagavatam. That is how Shuka Maharshi narrated. So there is nothing to be confused. Very simple, sir. Your father taught you, Baba, black sheep, how what do you call? The child is coming there to somebody and teaching it, and the father was also listening and enjoying.
So my question is, but Vyasa told...
If you don't mind, direct your questions, no direct interaction, because the moderator is there, please. Otherwise, there are 80 people asking 80 different questions at the same time. We will not make progress. Please, I'm not cutting you short, but please follow the protocol and address your questions to the host. She said, send it, she will read it. Go ahead, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Acharyaji. Manojji, please feel free to send it to me. I will read it right away. And Charmila, I think you are not on mute. Can you please mute yourself? Thank you very much. So the next question is from a kid, I guess. It is, Kamsa sent many Rakshasas to kill Krishna. Why did he not know about them being killed? He kept on sending one after the other without knowing who was killing them.
It is because when you are there in the Tamo Guna, your senses will not work properly. People in Tamo Guna will keep on making mistake after mistake after mistakes. Simple. Kamsa was there sending the Rakshasas. You're right. But that fellow is there, completely immersed in Tamo Guna. Completely immersed in Tamo Guna. If you have visited Mathura, where Krishna was born, Nanda Gokulam or Vrindavan, where Krishna was there, within 5 minutes after his appearance on the planet Earth, the distance is hardly 15 kilometers. Mathura to Vrindavan or Nanda Gokulam, hardly 15 kilometers. Putana went. What happened to Putana? Nobody bothered? You're right. Then Shakatasura came, died. Nobody bothered what happened to him. That's it. Aghasura came, Bakasura came. All of them, one by one, one by one. Forget about it. Small, say, wherever there are some rains the other day, there was a downpour in India. Madras, Chennai was completely flooded. Hyderabad was completely flooded. Good. Krishna told the people in Nanda Gokulam, what is the point in worshipping these Kshudra Devatas like Indra, Chandra, etc.? Worship the Supreme Lord Narayana. His manifestation here, this Govardhanagiri. Indra got annoyed. Who is this 5-year-old boy stopping my worship? Started raining, havoc, thunderstorm, hailstorm, 7 days, non-stop, downpour. Krishna lifted the Govardhanagiri. Question, what happened to all that downpour? Why there were no flood? Why there was no flooding? What happened to all that water? Just for 3 hours of non-stop rain, you say, oh my God, 20 centimeters of rain. Oh my God, 10 inches of rain. That's it. The whole New York City can get flooded. Okay, 7 days non-stop downpour. How come Nanda Gokulam is not flooded? How come Yamuna, hardly a few feet away from Vrindavan, is not flooded? How come the same Yamuna flowing to Mathura? That is what the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna can do. Now, when we come to Krishna, I will explain you what happened to all that excess water that is there. But for the present, ignorant fellows who are there in Tamo Guna will never use their common sense. Same thing, look at Duryodhana. Why he is not thinking? He tried to kill Bhima as a very young boy. Even when they are there in their high school, learning from their teachers, Dronacharya, he gave him poisoned food. He dumped him in the rivers. He came up. They tried to set fire to the house of wax. They survived. Everything happened. They tried to rob in the name of illegal gambling. They survived. They went to the forest. They survived. They were there unrecognized. They survived. How come Duryodhana did not realize all these things? And still he is ready for the war? Same thing. Mudho, murkho, gardhava, shekarashihi. They say, if a person is a stubborn fellow and a stupid fellow, he will not listen to positive advice. Go ahead, ma'am.
Sure, sir. The next question is, how are certain people born with wonderful qualities while some normal and some with low character?
Very simple. Read Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter. Sadashiva, are you there? You want to quote that verse or you want me to say? Sunita or anybody who want to quote that verse? 6th chapter, Lord Krishna says. No? Shuchinam Srimatam Gehe Yoga Bhrashto Vijayate. If you have practiced Bhakti Yoga in this life, and if you have not become successful in your yoga, next birth, you will be born in a very religious family or a very orthodox family. Adhava yoginameva kule bhavati dhimatam etadhi dullabhataram janma. Say, unfortunately, we are all born in India and came here. Therefore, we are there in our high school, college. We pass the exams with a 35% pass mark. But to become perfect in Bhakti Yoga, pass mark is not 35%. Pass mark is not 60% like in America. It is 100%. Good. You practiced Bhakti Yoga or some yoga, Karma Yoga. You came up to 54% perfection. You are a failure, but you did not pass the exam yet. You will take next birth in a very religious family or orthodox family. You get into satsangam. You will not start from zero next birth. You will start from 55th percentile. and satsangam, you can make progress up to 82nd percentage. Or get into bad company, from 54%, you can come back to 44% also. You go forward and backward. But when you fail to attain perfection at 90% of pass mark, 90% of marks, the next birth will be Adhava Yoginameva Kule Bhavati Dhimata. You will be born in the family of great yogis. Say if Mala has to learn swimming, she has to go to a swimming pool. She has to pay $100 an hour for the instructor. It will take at least 30-40 days for her to learn swimming. Suppose Mala is born as a fish. A fish will not go to an instructor and say, hi, I'll pay you $100 an hour. Will you teach me how to swim? You don't have to. The minute she is born as a fish, the next second she knows how to swim. Same thing, when you are born in the family of yogis, the food that you eat is only prasadam. The water that you drink is only Bhagavad Padatirtham. The mantras you hear, only Bhagavan Namam. So, you are there, no more going back. At that level, you'll be guaranteed perfection and getting moksha. So, our good qualities, bad qualities are because of how much sadhana you did in the previous births. Got it?
How can one make spiritual path by Bhagavatam while their life is full of duties, parenting, work, family, stress, etc. every day? Any advice?
Is that how to take care of, how to listen to Bhagavatam when our life is full of taking care of the family matters, right?
How can one make spiritual path by Bhagavatam while their life is full of duties, parenting, work, family, stress, etc. every day?
Okay, Bhagavan did not say you have to become a sannyasi to attain moksha. Bhagavan did not say that. Realize that you are playing a role in a drama. Realize that you are playing a role in a drama. And as long as you play your role perfectly, you will not be contaminated. Padma Patra Miva Ambhasa. A lotus leaf has to remain in water. Sometimes the water may get dirty. The water may be very muddy. But thinking that this lotus flower is so good, lotus leaf is so beautiful, why should it be in this muddy water? Just cut it and put it outside. Within 1 hour, it will just wither away. Let the lotus leaf remain in the water. Remaining in the water, any amount of water that is there poured on a lotus leaf will not stick to that, will just roll away. Will just roll away. Even if the water drops are there on the lotus leaf, they will be just shining like pearls, but not stick to the leaf. So be in the water, let not the water stick to you. That is the beautiful policy of practicing karma yoga while in the family life. Did I make sense, Mala?
Absolutely, Swamiji.
So remain in the water. Let the lotus leaf remain in the water. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Padma Patram Iva Ambhasa. Let the lotus leaf remain in the water, but let not the water stick to that. Let any amount of water fall on it, let it roll down. Same thing. Be in the samsara, but let not the karma stick to you by renouncing the karma phalam. Got it?
Somebody whose name is showing as iPhone, can you please go on mute? It's causing some disturbance. Thank you very much. The next question, Swamiji, is how does one find solace and healing in life after life, altering sufferings, loss, and make peace with the events?
Very simple, sir. Why do you want to worry about next life? It is almost like, a student coming to the teacher and say, sir, I want to pass this exam next year. When shall I come to have some coaching from you? That is not the right way to ask a question. The right question should be, sir, I want to pass the exam this year. Tell me, how do I pass the exam? So why do you want to worry about taking a birth, again the suffering and sorrow in the next birth or births to come? This birth itself, Bhagavan SriKrishna says, Sarvadharman Parityajya, Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja, Aham Tva Sarvapapebhyo Mokshayishyami, Ma Shuchaha. You don't have to worry. You don't have to take one more birth. But are you ready to do that Sharanagati? That Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja. That means Merato Girdhar Gopal. It doesn't stop there. Dusra na koi. If you are ready for that kind of a Sharanagati, no sir, this karma will not touch you. The Sanchita karma that is there waiting for you for the next million births will not touch you. Will not touch you. You are guaranteed salvation. And you will enjoy Anirvachaniya Brahmanubhavam. It is beyond description. You cannot even imagine what that happiness is, having that Brahmanubhavam. And that is guaranteed at the end of this life itself. Please, instead of saying that I am suffering, please follow the path which shows this is the way out. Guaranteed way out. Go ahead, ma'am.
The next question, Swamiji, is how do we, how does one find, I read that, how do we help the family kids also to pay attention and learn the valuable lessons of Bhagavatam without imposing on them?
That's a nice way. My simplest advice to you, don't even tell them anything, but you do it properly. Mala has children, right, Mala?
Adiyan, Swamiji.
Don't ask them, did you wash your feet? Did you pray today? Did you pray today? Don't even tell them. Your daughter came and asked you, Mom, I'm hungry. Simply say, just give me 1 second. Let me wash my feet. Let me wash my hands. Okay, the food is prepared, but needs only 30 seconds. Let me take it to Lord Krishna in the prayer room. Let me offer, I'll give you. Your son comes, Mom, I need $20. I have to buy a book. Sure, you will get it. Give me 1 minute. You know, I always keep the money at the feet of Lord Krishna. Give me 10 seconds. I'll go to the prayer room, get the money and give you. Mom, Diwali has come. I need crackers. Oh, yeah, I know you love crackers. I already bought them. But you know, we must first offer to Krishna. I kept them everything in the puja room. Give me 2 seconds. I'll go there. I'll say Krishna Arpanam and I'll bring you. Your daughter says, Mom, I'm hungry. I must run to the school. Yes, breakfast is ready. Just 1 second only. Rush to prayer room, Krishna Arpanam. Do it for 1 year. Next year, your own daughter will come and say, Mom, please, Mom, go quickly to the puja room and say, Krishna Arpanam, Mom, I'm hungry. Your son will say, I know, Mom, I know you have money. I know you keep at Lord Krishna's feet. Please go to the puja room. Say Krishna Arpanam and get me the money. Don't teach them. Show them by practice.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we are not doing it. We want the children to become perfect, whereas we are embodiments of imperfections. That is the problem. You change children, they are gems. They have a beautiful mind, a fresh mind, not polluted, not contaminated, not like our minds that are polluted with so many miserable thoughts. Therefore, you show them the right example. They will automatically learn it. They will teach you. Even if your son is asking, hey, mom is taking too much, your daughter will reply, I know that mom will take only 10 seconds, but she will not do anything without going to the puja room, without saying Krishna Arpanam. Your daughter will speak on your behalf. Got it, Mala?
Adiyan, Swamiji. So the next one I think is very related, but I'll still read. Kids and teenagers, etc., have a mind of their own and decision-making skills. What are the best ways we can introduce and encourage them to follow spirituality by Bhagavatam?
Same thing, Bhagavatas. By Bhagavatam, you will come across the life of Prahlada, Narada, Parashara, Vyasa, Ambarisha, Gajendra, Sudama, Kunti, Bhishma, all these Mahatmas, Gopikas, Parama Bhagavatottamas. You live the life of the Bhagavatas. Your children will automatically get all the positive qualities that you yourself are trying to imbibe from Bhagavatam. So you be the role model for your children.
I'm going to take a few questions from the chat. One is, what is the difference between I and physical body? If there is a difference, then what is the I?
Very good, Emma. When you say, I am a child, after a few years, say, I am a little boy. After a few years, I am a young man. After a few years, I am a middle-aged man. After a few years, I am an old man. That I is not changing. What is changing is the body. The body is changing. Body is changing. Simple. From childhood to youth to middle age to old age, naturally death. So what is changing is the body. What is not changing is the I. That I is really your soul that is there, the living substance in you. When the soul leaves the body, this body is just nothing but plain, simple, dead. And the body is not fit for anything other than taking it for cremation or to be buried. Therefore, I is different, body is different. I is there pervading the body. When the soul is pervading the body, it is alive. When the soul leaves the body, it is death. So I is referring to the soul, and body is something different. It is as simple as a car and a driver. It is the car that moves, but it is the driver that will make the car move. Same relationship, car and a driver, body and the soul. You want more elaboration on this?
Again, I can move on to the next question, Swamiji.
Go ahead.
One of the chat question has, please could Swamiji elaborate on what is Sarva Dharma Parityajya?
Sarva Dharman Parityajya does not mean don't take care of your wife, don't take care of your children, don't pay your electricity bill, don't pay your, garbage cleaning bill. No, not that. The dharma that you have to follow to attain moksha, namely following the Jnana Yoga or Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. When you realize you are incapable of following either the Jnana Yoga or the Karma Yoga or the Bhakti Yoga, leave them. When you are ready to do that Mam Ekam Sharanam Raja, Mam, the Supreme Lord Krishna, not Nirguna Parabrahma, Saguna Brahma. Saguna Brahma with Akaram, with all the Kalyana Gunas. Kalyana Gunas of Jnana, Bala, Aishwarya, Virya, Shakti, Teja, Saushilya, Vatsalya, Ardava, Marjava, Sauharda, Samya, Karunya, Madhurya, Gambhirya, Audarya, Chaturya, Stairya, Dhairya, Shaurya, Parakrama. All these Kalyana Gunas, when Bhagavan is there, Saguna Brahma, Mam, Ekam, like a pativrata, ekam, sharanam raja, do that sharanagati. That sharanagati is not just our saying, oh, I did sharanagati in my own mind. No, it has to be done through a proper acharya with all the 5 steps followed. Anukulyasya sankalpam, pratikulyancha varjanam, rakshishyati mahavishwasam, goptrutva varanam tadha, atmanikshepa karpanye, Shadvidha Sharanagati. When you do this kind of Sharanagati through an Acharya, Aham Tva Sarva Papebhyo, that Supreme Lord Krishna, who is called Bhagavan, who is way beyond the Devi Devatas, he is the only one who has the capacity to wipe out with one stroke of a pen, forgiven. That's it. All the Papa Karma can be burnt to ashes by Krishna. Ma Shucha, you are guaranteed moksham. You don't have to worry. That is called Sharanagati. That is called Sarvadharman Parityajya. Sarvadharman Parityajya means realizing your inability to practice Jnana, Karma, Bhakti Yogas. That is Sarvadharman Parityajya.
Next one.
When we come to that, we'll explain more about it. For the present, that Sharanagati is to be done in a proper way. Then, yeah, go ahead.
Sorry. How many times should I chant Ramanama so I can see Ramar Pratyaksham?
Amma, how many times you have to chant Ramanamam to have the darshanam or pratyaksham of Lord Rama? I do not know how many times you have to chant, Amma. But if you do Sharanagati and follow that Sharanagati Margam, you will definitely see Lord Rama, Amma. You will definitely see Rama. I can guarantee it, Amma. Not only myself, Sita Devi guaranteed it. Lord Rama himself guaranteed it. Varaha Swamy guaranteed it. Lord Krishna guaranteed it. You have a 400% guarantee. If you do that Sharanagati, I'm saying at the feet of Lord Rama, the same Lord Rama says, Sakrudeva prapannaya tavasmita chayachate abhayam sarvabhutebhyo dadami etat vratam mama. Rama says, this is my promise, this is my pledge. Anybody who is doing Sharanagati at my feet, I will take care of them. I will take care of them. You want to see him? He knows it. He will come and appear before you. But you must follow meticulously that Sharanagati as offered by Lord Rama. The same thing is given by Sita Devi. Papa Namba, Shubha Namba, Vadharhanam, Plavangamaha, Karyam Karunamaryena, Nakaschit Naparadhyati. Sita Devi gives 100% guarantee that you will have Rama Sakshatkaram. Varaha Swamy gives the guarantee. Aham Smarami Madbhaktam Nayami Paramangatim. Lord Krishna gives the guarantee. Sarvadharman Parichajya Mamekam Sharanam Raja. You have a 400% guarantee. Because the scriptures do not say you have to chant Rama's name 10 times, 100 times, 1,000 times, 1 lakh times, 1 crore times. There is no count for that. To give you an idea how many times they chanted, to give you an idea, please don't mistake me, our lifetime is not enough. How do you know? In Treta Yuga, where Bhagavan Sriman Narayana appeared as Lord Rama, that Ramayana was composed by Mahatma Valmiki. That Valmiki before was was growing up in a hunter's family, Ratnakara. Finally, because of the grace of Mahatma Narada, when he started chanting Ramanama, he chanted for thousands of years. In Treta Yuga, they could live up to 120,000 years. Ramayana time, Treta Yuga, the full lifespan was 120,000 years. Can't believe it? When Dasharatha got his 4 children, Rama, Bharata, Lakshmana, Shatrughna, Dasharatha was 60,000 years old. 60,000 years old. Simple, we live for 100 years. Age 50, somebody is getting a child. A middle-aged man getting a child. Full lifespan, 120,000 years. Dasharatha, 60,000, no big deal. A middle-aged man getting a child. Same way, Valmiki did tapasya for thousands of years, Ramanamam. Then only he had Sakshatkar. So in Kali Yuga, you don't have 1,000 years to live. Therefore, Sharanagati is best for you and you will have Ram Sakshatkar.
Some questions from the chat. What was the reason for God to create us and this universe?
What is the reason for God to create?
Right. Create us and this universe.
Oh, create us and the universes. Very simple, sir. Very simple, very simple, very simple. Yeah. Bhagavan is called Apara Karunambudhe. Apara Karunambudhe. The mercy of Lord Sriman Narayana knows no bounds. It is like an endless, unfathomable ocean. Out of his own kindness, these Jivatmas, these souls that are there trans-migrating from one body to the other body, he wanted to help us. Sharira madhyam khalu dharma sadhanam. A body is required even if you want to do dharma sadhana. Therefore, out of his abundance of kindness, he gave us this body. You will use this body as a vehicle to reach your destination, moksha prapti. So, the simple thought from the mind of Lord Narayana, The Upanishad is saying, Adha Purusho Havai Narayano Kamayata Praja Srujayeti Narayanat Brahma Jayate. That is how the creation started. So he delegates that power of creation to Brahma. If a suitable Jivatma is there found, he will be there elevated to the position of a Brahma to be in charge of creation. If no suitable Jivatma is there found to be qualified to be the Brahma, an Amsha of Narayana becomes Brahma. Same thing. So the way the Jivatmas are getting a body is proportionate to their karma, that what they have to go through and what particular body is there compatible for going through that karma. That body is assigned for us. There, Bhagavan is an impartial judge. So our the creation of these universes and giving bodies to the Jivatmas is only to give you an opportunity. To give you an opportunity to pass the exam at least this time. It is like the university conducting the exam. Why are they conducting the exam? So that the students can qualify and get a job. Bhagavan is giving us this birth and creating the universes to give us an opportunity to qualify for Janma Rahityam and attaining Sri Vaikuntham. That's why it is given. Where are we? Are we halfway through the questions at least?
We are at 22nd question, and there are questions on the chat too. So
wow, we already know we spent 1 hour, 22 questions. Great.
If Narayana, the Supreme Lord, created us, why do we still have bad in us?
Why do we have still bad in us? Very simple, sir. You created the computers. You invented the computers. You invented the laptops. You invented the cell phones. Why is virus in that? Same way, Bhagavan gave us a body, but the negative qualities are acquired by us. If you are there using your cell phone or your laptop only to say prapatti.com or bhakti.com or something fine, you are there visiting prohibited sites, naturally virus will creep in. You all know that. Same thing here too. Bhagavan has given us a body to use it as a vehicle, to drive that car safely, to go to a temple, to go to a prayer meeting. You will not have any problem. I will drive that car to a club, to a half-naked dance. You may end up in a problem. So, it is not the fault of the car. It is not the fault of the manufacturer of the car. It is the fault of the driver, where he is driving that car. You can drive that car safely to a temple, enjoy some peaceful atmosphere, or go to a religious session, have some peace of mind. You can drive that car to a bar, get into a brawl, and then get hit or get killed. Your choice, sir.
Yeah. Next one, Swamiji, is what is karma and how does our thoughts and actions cause good and bad karma? How does one reduce bad karma and build good karma in life?
Wow, super intelligent person. In one question, 6 subordinate questions. Very good, Amma. Karma means we think, if I take a gun and kill somebody, then only I acquire karma. If I hit somebody, I'll acquire karma. No, sir. We can acquire karma in 3 different ways. Trikaranas, mano, vak, kaya karmas. Mano karma. Say, I may not be in a position to physically, say, hurt Mala. But whenever I think of Mala in my mind, suppose I keep on thinking, I must kill her, I must kill her. I am acquiring karma. Some people cannot physically kill, but they say, whenever they see, they abuse them verbally. One day I'm going to kill you. One day I'm going to kill you. You are acquiring karma. Some people go to the extent of physical violence and hit them or kill them. Physical karma. Mano karma, by your thinking. Simply go to a nice jewelry shop. Good. See them. Do some window shopping. Enjoy. 1 second. Can I steal that nice, beautiful diamond necklace? You got karma. You got karma. Or Vak karma. You go to the diamond shop and you pick up an argument with the salesman and you hit him. Or you say, one day I'm going to rob this bank, rob this place. Vak karma. And some people, physically, they use violence. So 3 ways you can acquire karma. You want to avoid karma. Everything and anything you do it as Krishnarpanam. Yat karoshi yat ashnashi yat juhoshi dadasi yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurishva madarpanam. If you do things like that, everything, whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer as prayer, whatever you drink, whatever you do, if you can do it as a prayer, as an offering to Krishna, karma will not stick to you. So, you acquire karma in 3 different ways. You may not be stealing, but your mind is there thinking of stealing. You may not steal, but you are threatening, one day I am going to rob this bank. You are actually stealing. All 3 ways you can acquire karma. How to avoid karma? That is why you first decide. Kim karma, kim akarmeti, kavayopyatra mohitaha. What is the right thing to do? What is the thing that is forbidden? You should know. Then you act accordingly. And you do the karma phala tyagam. Karma phala tyagam. Then karma phalam will not stick to you. Karma phalam will not stick to you. But you don't do karma phala tyagam. You have to go through the consequences. Got it?
Hare Swamiji. I have some comments in the chat. We have Anu saying, absolutely love Swamiji's explanation. Sri Kriti saying, thank you so much, Acharya, for the elaboration. I've opened up also the, on the WhatsApp, I've opened up for people to post their comments. Please feel free to post your comments over there if you have any. The next question, Swamiji, is we always hear stick to Bhagavatam, learn it and follow it. That is enough. What is your view on this?
I don't follow. There is learn it and enough.
Yeah, learn it, follow it. I think the question is that enough? What is your view on this?
Oh, whether you don't even learn, no problem, but follow it. Not everybody can chant the entire Bhagavad Gita. Since you said that little girl, Srikriti, are you there?
Yes, Swamiji.
Just say that one verse, she knows. Karmanye vadhikaraste.
Ma phaleshu kadachana, ma karma phaletur bhuvu, mate sangosto karmani.
So many people who are there in the 60s or 70s may not be able to chant that. So it is not important whether you know that or not, but if you practice it, the most important thing is practicing it. If you can practice what little you know, swalpam apyasya dharmasya
Rayate mahato bayat. Neha vikramanashasti.
See how many children are there? They know. Even if it is dharma that you follow very little, that will save you from unimaginable calamities. That is the power of dharma. That is the power of dharma. So you learn it, great. You could not learn it, just follow it. Very simple, sir. You are a medical doctor. You know the disease. You know the symptoms. You know what are the contents of the medication. You take it. The medicine will work for you. You are not a medical doctor. You are a patient. You go to the doctor. You take the prescription as given by the doctor. 1 tablet a day, 3 times after meals. Sure, it will work for you. If you are a medical doctor, you have the full confidence. You know the disease, you know the medicine, you have the faith it will work for you. But even if you are not a medical doctor, you did not study, you did not learn medicine, but follow it. You took the prescription, 1 tablet a day, 3 times after meals, it will work for you. So taking the tablet is most important. If you know and take it, good. But you know you are a doctor. One day you will take, 2 days you forget, again you take, it will not work for you. You are not a doctor. But you take the prescription, you take the medication, it will work for you. So doing Sharanagati is most important. Whether I keep my finger in the fire or a child keeps the finger in the fire, it will burn. The quality of fire is to burn. That is why they say, Emma, Harir Harati Papani Dushta Chittairapi Smrutaha. Next line. Anichayapi samsprishto dahatyeva hi pavakaha. That word Hari, 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 Harayati iti Hari. That word Hari is so powerful. You chant it, it will wipe out your sins. How? Even if you don't like it, even if you don't know about it, put your finger in the fire, your finger will be burnt. Same thing here. Go ahead, ma'am.
How does Bhagavatam help in developing spiritual happiness that is everlasting?
You listen to Bhagavatam. Prahlada, Narada, Parashara, Pundarika, Ambarisha, Bhishma, Kunti, Uttara, Gajendra, Gopikas. It will lead you to Sharanagati. And that Sharanagati will guarantee you liberation. It is like listening to the whole Bhagavatam. Then afterwards, don't even practice anything. That's not going to help you. You listen, you get only that much of bhagyam of listening. That's all, not more than that. It is almost like
That's it.
Who's that?
you kept a bottle of honey on the table.
కృష్ణుడి పుస్తకం ఉంటుంది కదా,
iPhone.
ఆయన భాగవతం గురించి చెప్తున్నాడు.
You're
నువ్వు
not.
కూడా కొంచెం వినొచ్చు.
మీ ఫోన్ మ్యూట్ చేస్తారా?
Wait, who said?
And
Oh, wait,
keep your phones on mute.
Okay, now coming back to, you take a bottle of honey, you close the lid very tight, keep it on the dining table, and you keep on looking at it, or doing japam, honey is sweet, honey is sweet. You will not know the taste of it. So whether you do the japam or not, honey is sweet, honey is sweet. Open the bottle, take 1 spoon and put in the mouth. You will know the taste of honey 1,000,000 times better than the person who did the japam for 2 hours. Honey is sweet, honey is sweet. He never enjoyed the taste of the honey. But whether you do the japam or not, open the lid and put 1 spoon in the mouth. You will enjoy the taste 1,000,000 times more than the person who is doing japam, closing the lid on the honey bottle and doing the japam, honey is sweet, honey is sweet. So practice what little you know. Go ahead, Amma.
Question.
That is why they say acharam, anushtanam are very, very important. Go ahead, Amma.
One question from the chat. If the bad thought creates bad karma, will the thought of God or chanting of God's name wipe out the bad karma?
No. Punya karma will not wipe out papa karma. They are two different entities. Punya karma will be deposited in the file called Punya Phalam. Papa karma will be deposited in the file called Papa Phalam. The minute a person is dead, the Jivatma, the soul, along with the Sukshma Shariram, Sthula Shariram, gross body, that 5 feet 9 inches, 200 pounds, this body will fall down here dead. But the Sukshma Shariram, made up of the 5 Jnanendriyas, Tvak, Chaksha, Shrotra, Jikva, Ghranas, the 5 Karmendriyas, Vak, Pani, Pada, Payu, Upastas, and the Adhidevata for the 10 Indriyas, mind, 11 of them for the Sukshma Shariram, subtle body, and the soul within. The soul with the subtle body made up of the 5 Jnanendriyas, 5 Karmendriyas, and the mind will travel to Yamalokam, Chitragupta. Chitragupta will open his account. Okay, Mr. X, you have come here. You got 70% negative balance. You got 30% positive balance. Then you cannot say, Mr. Chitragupta, stop there. I have 70% negative, 30% positive. Can you subtract my 30% positive in the negative and give me only 40% punishment? Chitragupta will say, no, sir. That logic will not work here. You go to Swargalokam, enjoy your 30% punya karma, the phalam there. Come back to Naraka. You go through the punishment for your 70%. Otherwise, what can happen? The other way, Mr. Y came there to Chitragupta. Chitragupta said, Mr. Y, you got 60% punya karma, 40% papa karma. Immediately you are jumping. Good, stop there. 60% punya karma, 40% papa karma. Subtract my papa karma 40% from my 60% punya karma. My net balance is 20% punya karma. I will not even suffer in hell. Send me directly to heaven. I will enjoy only 20% of my punya karma. Chitragupta will interject and say, no way. Go to Swargam, enjoy 60%. But come to Narakam, enjoy 40% of papa karma. That's how it works. Yes, negative thoughts will breed negative karma, positive thoughts will breed positive karma, but your positive karma cannot cancel the negative karma. You have to go through their individual effects. Go ahead, Amma.
Sure. So, Acharyaji, since we are at 3:45, we will take 2 questions and come to a logical conclusion and decide what we do next. So, the next question is, often we see a conflict between science followers and spirituality seekers, with each group questioning or not believing in other. Acharyaji, you are an experimental nuclear physicist and spiritual guru. How do you explain finding the common ground?
Narayana. You know, if I have to start talking about, then it becomes very unreasonable to show my own example. But just for a minute, there is somebody here, a visitor, so let me flip the camera. Swamy, just remove your jacket, Swamy. Just remove your jacket. I will not do anything for you. I will not hurt you. Okay, I'm flipping the camera. Remove that shirt also, sir. Remove that shirt also. Just 1 second, Amma. It's very cold outside. We are not fortunate like you in California. So outside weather is some 30 degrees or so today. So 1 second, Swamy Vanga. Come to the view. Amma, you made my day very easy to answer this question. Their point is, on one hand, science is saying something, spirituality is saying something. How do you make a balance between these two? Okay, guys, look at these people. This gentleman standing before us here is what, B.Tech or M.Tech, Swamy? M.Tech. He's a M.Tech. He's an M.Tech. He's a software engineer in America for so many years. But look at the way he is there. He is there without a shirt, with his yajnapavitam, with his dhoti, not like an unmarried man, wearing a lungi like, wearing the panchakacham properly, and his wife standing next to him. Amma, ningalo B.Tech, M.Tech? MCA. Look at her. This girl is their MCA, right, in America, but still wearing a Madisar saree, right? She can come wearing a nice t-shirt and a jeans pants, but she is there coming with a 9 yards saree, but she is a MCA, Master of Computer Applications. And this man is an M.Tech. So, okay, ma, when a M.Tech person here and a MCA lady here could balance their life, he has a job, they have 2 children also, they are balancing their job, they are having a family life, he is continuing his spiritual life, he is doing Sandhya Vandanam every day, and also the other day, on the Kaishika Dwadashi day, he came and chanted the entire Kaishika Puranam also. When he can balance, you can also balance. If you are giving a reason, oh, I'm in America, I'm very busy, I'm a top executive, I don't have time for Sandhya Vandanam, I'm really, really sorry. Narayana will never buy your argument that you don't have time to do Sandhya Vandanam. Okay? It is just cheating ourselves by saying, I don't have Sandhya Vandanam, time for Sandhya Vandanam. We have time, 8 hours, 10 hours to work in our offices. We have time to chat 2 hours, 3 hours with our friends on the lap, on the iPhone, etc. We have time for the wife, for the children, for friends, for TV, for messages, for internet, for office, for everything. No, that's not correct. Science is never contradicting. Since you said Very simple, Amma. Very simple. It is very simple. If they say, if the moment position coordinates are there verified, the time coordinates may change. If the time coordinate is changing or the position coordinates are changing, you should know where to locate. Same thing. One is material life, another is spiritual life. If you know how to balance both of them, you will enjoy. But without balancing them, if you try to keep 1 foot here, 1 foot there, and then keep on making a dance over there, from this ship to that ship, from this boat to that boat, no more. You will be shaking the boats and you will fall down. Keep your 2 feet firm, even though they are there on 2 different boats. If you can keep your feet firm, simple, work while you work, play while you play. You are doing your spiritual dharma, Sandhya Vandanam, Bhagavad Aradhanam, Salagrama Aradhanam, do it perfectly. You are there in your office, don't say, I'm going to study Sri Bhashyam while in the office time, etc. Both are wrong. They are not paying you to study Sri Bhashyam during office time. Same thing, you are not supposed to worry about the office or friends or phone calls when you are doing your Sandhya Vandanam or Bhagavad Aradhana. You can easily balance them up. As I showed you, I never expected this gentleman or this couple will come here. Maybe Narayana knows you are going to ask this question. Maybe Narayana thought, why do you strain yourself? Just show them, everybody will understand. Because they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words. Correct? If I say, this gentleman could manage a M.Tech and a computer job and still can wear a dhoti and come to the temple, and that too, if you can see close up. I don't know whether I can do close up here. No, sir. This is the closest. You can see even Thiruman on his face. You can see Thiruman on his face. And this lady, you can see her nicely in her 9-yard saree also. Therefore, it is not impossible, Amma. You can balance. Right, Mala?
One last question, and then I think we will come to a logical conclusion and see how we can conclude this. What is one key message or lesson from Bhagavatam, just one message that we can practice always to be better in our lives?
If at all, just if you want to take one simple line as the message of Bhagavatam, there is only one thing. Think of Sharanagati. Do Sharanagati. Practice Sharanagati. That's all. Mano, Vak, Kaya Karma Bihi, Trikarana Shuddhi. Bhagavatam essentially speaks how Prahlada did Sharanagati, how Dhruva did Sharanagati, how Gopikas did Sharanagati, how Bhishma, how Kunti, how every one of them, how Ambarisha. Think of Sharanagati. Talk about Sharanagati. Learn about Sharanagati. With the body, do Sharanagati. You are guaranteed. Mame Vaishyasi Satyante Pratijane Priyosime Manmana Bhava Madbhakto Madhyaji Maam Namaskaru Mame Vaishyasi Satyante. Bhagavan is doing a promise in the name of Satyam. Undoubtedly you will reach him. Only message of Bhagavatam. Think of Sharanagati, talk about Sharanagati and do Sharanagati. You are guaranteed moksha. Got it, Mala?
Again, Swamiji. So we are at 3:50 and we have reached close to 30 questions. So we have about another, I think, 50 questions more. I will ask for the opinion of the friends and let us know whether we want to do another session like this. But we will start our Bhagavatam class probably next week, and I'll send more details. So Swamiji, can you just give some introduction on Bhagavatam for next 10 minutes, and then we will conclude.
I thought you will ask a couple of questions. When you sent me the questions, I found some of them. How did Bhagavatam start?
Yes.
What is the greatness of Bhagavatam? Something. Did you ask those questions?
Not yet. Those are in the bottom.
You rearranged your questions.
No, those are probably in the bottom, but beginning.
Okay. Somewhere I saw them. Okay. Bhagavatam, the great Mahatma Vedavyasa, who is an Amsha of Lord Krishna. Srikriti, tell me, how do you know Vedavyasa is an Amsha of Krishna? Oh, a little friend.
Yes, Swamiji.
Chappu, how do you know Vedavyasa is an Amsha of Krishna? Vibhuti Yoga, forgot that verse?
Oh,
Muninam apyaham vyasaha.
Kavina Mushnak.
Muninam apyaham vyasaha. Vedavyasa is an Amsha of Lord Sri Krishna, who is none other than Sriman Narayana. Because Srimad Bhagavatam says, Yete cha amshakala pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. All the incarnations are just a ray here and a fraction of that Supreme Lord Narayana. Whereas Krishna is Sakshat Narayana himself. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Swayam means he himself. That Sriman Narayana in Sri Vaikuntham has completely appeared as Krishna. Like in your mathematics, A, two horizontal lines B, you read it as A is equal to B. In math, A, three horizontal lines B, A is identically equal to B. So, Sriman Narayana equal to Rama, equal to Narasimha, equal to Lord Srinivasa in Tirumala. When it comes to Krishna, Narayana is identically the same as Krishna. That's it. If he is there in Sri Vaikuntham, Shantakaram, Bhujagashainam, Padmanabham, Suresham, he is called Sriman Narayana. He is there on the planet Earth. Ever chaptarama? Hi, Srikriti chaptava. Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Palaki.
वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभं नासाग्रे नवमुक्तिकं करतले वेणुं करे कंकणं गोपश्री परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपालचूडामणि.
Exactly, Amma. When he is there in Vaikuntham, when that Supreme Lord Narayana is there as Shantakaram, Bhujagashainam, Padmanabham, Suresham, he is called Sriman Narayana in Vaikuntham. When the same Sriman Narayana has descended onto the planet Earth and incarnated as Krishna, as Kasturi Tilakam Lalata Palake, Vakshastale Kaustubham, Nasagre Navamauktikam, Karatale Venam, Kare Kankanam, Sarvange Harichandanancha Kalayam, Kantecha Muktavali, Gopasri Pariveshtito Vijayate, Gopala Chudamani, he is called Krishna. Do some homework until we meet next time. What are called Amshavataras? Why some are called Purnavataras? Why some are called Paripurnavataras? So that particular Lord Krishna, his Amsha is Vedavyasa. This Vedavyasa, Vedas are Apaurushayas. Actually, his name is not Vedavyasa. His name is Krishna Dvaipayana. That Krishna Dvaipayana, Vedas are Apaurushayas, emitting as the sound vibrations, Shabda Tarangas, from the divine body of the Virat Purusha called Sriman Narayana. The Maharshis, whomsoever can focus their mind in the Samadhi state, exactly tuned to the feet of Lord Sriman Narayana, they could hear. Depending on their amount of concentration, somebody heard for 10 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour, 4 hours. Everybody has a bits and pieces. Vedavyasa collected all those things they learned, they heard from Narayana, and collated them and reformatted them in a proper way. So Vyasa, formatting. He did the formatting of the Vedas. So Krishna Dvaipayana is called Veda Vyasa. But after composing the Vedas, Veda Vyasa thought, my God, when he studied the Veda, it was only one Veda, not 4. He called 4 of his disciples because when it came to teach, nobody could take the entire Veda in one go. He called 4 of his disciples, Jaimini, Paila, Vaishampayana, Sumanta. And because they could not take the entire Vedam, he divided that Veda into 4 sections. Section A, B, C, D. Gave them Jaimini, Paila, Vaishampayana, Sumanta. as the 4 Vedas. Then Vedavyasa realized, my God, Vedas are more than 64,000 pannas. People may not get the benefit of it. They may not study. He took the essence of the Vedas, composed small sections called the Upanishads, 108 Upanishads. Again, 108 people may not study the Upanishads. How to help them? Sarvo Upanishado Gavo Dogdha Gopala Nandanaha Pardho Vatsa Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gita Mritam Mahat. Composed the essence of the Vedas and the Upanishads into just 700 verses, Bhagavad Gita. Still people won't get the essence of Bhagavad Gita. He thought, forget about shlokas. If I write them as one-line formulas, E equal to MC square, A plus B plus A whole square, people may study, remember the formulas. Composed 540 one-line formulas, Brahma Sutras. People don't go for them also. If I write the life history of people, people may study and get benefit. 18 Puranas he composed. Because not every one of us are there at the same level of spiritual attainments. For the people in Tamoguna, Rajoguna, Sattva-guna, he composed 6 Puranas each, 18 Puranas. In spite of doing all these things, formatting the Vedas, Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, Bhagavad Gita, 18 Puranas, he was not having peace of mind. He could not overcome his attachments. In fact, his 16-year-old son, Shuka Maharshi, almost naked, a young boy of 16, in the prime of his youth, he is walking in the streets naked. This Vedavyasa was there running behind him. Oh, my son, don't leave me and go. Oh, my son, don't leave me and go. And he was running behind the son. On their way, some ladies were there taking bath in a lake. They were not even dressed. They were almost naked. They saw Shuka Maharshi going. They raised their hands and kept them on their head and did namaskar. Behind Shuka Maharshi, Vedavyasa was coming. They were a little bit embarrassed. Oh, some man is coming. They immediately wrapped their clothes around and did namaskaram to Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa was puzzled. He requested them, look at that boy, he is 16, in the prime of his youth, he is naked. But when you saw him, you never felt any embarrassment. You did namaskaram. But when you saw me, a very old man, you felt a little bit embarrassed and wrapped your clothes and did namaskaram to me. What is the change that I could not understand in what you understood? The ladies in a very simple way said, sir, your son is a Mahatma. When he looks at us, he doesn't look at us as a woman. He looks at us as a Jivatma, having a body. Whereas you are still looking both at the body aspect of it and also the soul aspect of it. Naturally, when you are there, focusing on both body and the soul, we have to be following our dharma. That made Vedavyasa realize what an elevated soul is his son Shuka Maharshi. Then he was there so sad. How to get over this samsara bandhanas? To his great fortune, Narada Maharshi appeared there and said, you have glorified Bhagavan only, but not Bhagavatas. Glorify Bhagavatas more than you are glorifying Bhagavan in the Satvika Puranas, etc. If you glorify his devotees, Prahlada, Gajendra, Ambarisha, your attachment to material things will go away. So for samsara bandha mochanam, Bhagavat Seva is great. Compared to that, Bhagavata Seva, serving the devotees or learning Bhagavatam, both are Bhagavatas. It only says Bhagavata Seva. Bhagavata Seva is superior to Bhagavat Seva, and Acharya Kainkaryam is superior to Bhagavata Seva. That is how Bhagavatam has appeared. When Vedavyasa himself, in spite of doing so much of academic work on Vedas, Upanishads, Brahma Sutras, Puranas, Bhagavad Gita, was there literally wandering from pillar to post, unable to find a solution for his endless desires, material attachments. Bhagavatam, Nigama kalpa taru phalam. The ripened fruit from the tree of the Vedas is Bhagavatam. That is how Bhagavatam started. All right, Amma?
Again, Swamiji, so
you send me the schedule, how you want to go for next week.
Sure,
Whichever way you want. Or you want it interactive, I have no problem. I didn't want anybody to cut you short. That's why I said, please direct your questions to the host so that the moderator can ask. Now you do decide next week what will be the format. Same thing, Bhagavatam. You want only explanation, you want 1 week, you want only the summary, or you want only the abstract, or you want the conclusions. Whichever way you want, just send me a word. We will do it accordingly. As you said, in 7 weeks. Depending on that, we will see how it goes.
Again, Swamiji, you have 5 minutes. I just wanted to open it up to at least 1 or 2 speakers who want to share their experience and thank us. Thank you. Or
No. 1 second. No, man. Ask them. Use that time for questions. Somebody maybe they are very restless with a question. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure. I just want to give the last 5 minutes to anyone to.
Yeah. Don't worry about thanking. Don't worry about how do you feel. Just go ahead, sir, with your questions. Hello. Go ahead, sir.
Please unmute yourself and ask the question, friends.
Can I?
Please.
Hindu dharma is Sanatana dharma, but it is not teaching directly how the common man knows dharmas to imply in his life.
1 second, Amma. The Sanatana dharma, etc., is teaching directly or indirectly. Bhagavan Krishna has given a solution, Amma. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya. Upadekshantite jnanam jnaninaha tattvadarshinaha. To make it very understandable, MA Mathematics you can do by correspondence course. MA History, MA Political Science, MA Economics, you can do by correspondence courses. But MBBS, you have to go to a medical school. Going to a medical school will not qualify you as a doctor. You have to do some residency. Just being an assistant and learn the procedures, hands-on. You have to do residency. Then pass the qualifying exam, you become a doctor. Same thing, spiritual matters. Downloading from the computer, reading some books. We are still incomplete. You want to learn spiritual life? Go to an acharya. Jnani naha. Jnani. One who believes Vasudevas Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mam Prapajyate Vasudeva Sarvamiti. That particular person is a Jnani who completely believes the Saguna Brahma, Vasudeva, SriKrishna, he is the Parabrahma, is the Paramatma, he is the Jnani. Tattvadarshinaha, one who has gone to an Acharya, got the Upadesham and perfected that mantra. Serve that kind of teachers. Ask questions. And when they are pleased with you, when they have absolute faith in you that you will follow Dharma, Upadekshantite jnanam, they will do Upadesham to you. A computer cannot do Upadesham to you. An internet cannot do Upadesham to you. A book cannot do Upadesham to you. An Acharya can do Upadesham to you. That is how you will learn Dharma.
It's not like that, sir. To balance.
Didn't get you. Speak loudly. Go ahead.
It's not like that. To balance our lives, that means surrounding people. They don't know and troubling others.
Don't worry about any of these people, Amma. You came alone. I came alone into this world. I'm going to go alone out of this world. Every one of us. This is just a drama in between. Once you know it is a drama, it will not hurt you. But once you feel this is real, it will hurt you. Same thing just as you see a movie. From our perspective, Oh my God, that villain is coming and stabbing that hero. From his perspective, that is only a plastic knife. That is only a red ink that is there splattered on his body. And he is not really stabbing. And he is not really dying. So when you know that, you are not hurt. When you don't know the truth, you are hurt. Same thing. When you realize you are not the body, you are the soul. That this is a drama. In this drama, somebody is a husband, somebody is a wife, somebody is a child. But this drama wife, drama husband, drama children are not real. The real thing, that my father is Sriman Narayana, my mother is Sri Mahalakshmi, my real home is Sri Vaikuntham. Unfortunately, I made some stupid mistakes. I ended up here. Better let me finish this drama. Let me go back to my house, go back to my mother, go back to my father. Nothing will hurt you.
Dhanyavad.
Go ahead, Amma.
Okay, Swamiji, we are up to the time, and I think we can close the session, and I will definitely talk with Acharya Ji and get some more time. We can go over some questions. I'm thinking we will start the Bhagavatam Saptaha starting next week and have some time allocated for answering, doing a Q&A. I'll keep you posted, all of you. Thank you so much. We have about...
Sarvam SriKrishnaarpanamastu, Karmaphalam Sarvam SriKrishnaarpanamastu. Om Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Om Asmat Paramagurubhyo Namaha, Om Asmat Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Ranganatha Shadagopa Shadet Karnika Patram, Sri Rangavira Raghurat Shadagopa Rujjam Vedanta Deshikidna Mahamprabhajye, Srimate Srivan Shadagopa Sri Vedanta Deshikidna Maha Deshikaya Namaha, Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha, Asmat Paramagurubhyo Namaha, Om Asmat Sarva Gurubhyo Namaha. Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu, Karmaphalam Sarvam Shri Krishnarpanamastu, Yadaksharapada Bhrashtam Matra Hinante Bhavet, Sarvam Kshemata Narayana Namos, Visargabindu Matrani Padapadaksharanicha, Nyuna Chatriktani Kshmasu Purushottama, Sarvapacharan, Samastapacharan Kshmasva, Narayana, thank you, Ma. Thank you for joining, Ma.
Yeah, thank you, Swamiji. Sriman Narayana.